Welcome to our first ketamine startup Minisode. These are some bite-sized teachings to help you deepen your knowledge about ketamine therapy, business marketing, and more. So if you're a clinician already in the ketamine therapy space or just curious, this series is for you. In today's Minisode, we're going to cover where ketamine came from, and it came from a different compound with a much darker history, and how a chemist from Michigan modified it to be the drug and medication we use in this space. Now let's dive in.
Now, ketamine is actually a derivative of another drug, also in the aerocyclohexylamine group. It's called phencyclidine. Phencyclidine was first made in 1926. And then in 1956, there was a pharmaceutical company, Park Davis, out of Michigan, who patented this medication for use as a general anesthetic. However, they actually found that it created these prolonged psychotic symptoms. So in 1965, they said, hey, we need to stop using this. Too many side effects, not a great drug. So they discontinued it. Now, Park Davis Pharmaceutical knew they had a pretty effective medication with the side effects. So they tasked Dr. Calvin Stevens in 1962. He was a chemist at Wayne State University. They said, hey, we have this drug. Is there any way you can make it safer than the phencyclidine? So created many, many derivatives. One of those derivatives was called CI 581. CI stands for Clinical Investigation Drug 581. Once he had isolated this derivative, it was later renamed ketamine. If you look at this chemical structure here, there's a ketone group and an amine group right here. So if you take the ketone group and the amine group, ketone and amine, ketamine is the reason why we call it that.
So, from prison trials to FDA approval, ketamine's history is pretty wild. And we're just getting started. So, in the next minisode, we'll explore how ketamine got its FDA approval and more in the next minisode. See you then.